What's up, guys? It's Nick here, and welcome back to an episode of Viewer's Choice. Last week I asked you guys which one do you like better, the Splat Brellas or the Splat Dualies. Now this includes the Splat Brellas, each type being Splat Brella, Sorel, Splat Brella, Tentabrella, and Undercover Umbrella. And then for the Splat Dualies, we have Splat Dualies, the custom version, which is Emperi, and Dualies Nueva, Google Dualies Deco, even though they came out 2 days ago. But got that. We also have the Dually Squelchers, and I think I might be missing one, but those are the main ones that I can remember so far. Anyway, let's get right into it. At number 2, our last spot, which was the unpopular vote, is the Splat Brella with 29.2% of the votes. Now, I kind of agree with this. I don't really see many people using Splat Brellas in turf wars or ranked battles. I saw a lot of people using it when the weapon was popular when it first came out. But other than that, I don't really see people using it in, like I said, splat zones or even in turf wars. The Splat Brella itself is pretty good. I like the sprinkler and the ink storm, and it kind of fits the theme of rain and protecting yourself from the rain, because both the sprinkler and the ink storm kind of just squirt down rain, and it's a pretty good weapon to kind of just cover turf and stuff, and it's not bad. I kind of enjoy it, and this weapon can also detach its umbrella and leave a little trail behind it, and also be kind of a shield, a moving shield, but you can also shoot behind it as you're following its trail. It moves at a moderate pace, and it's faster than the Tentabrella, which I'll talk about later. And yeah, so that's it for the Splat Brella. And then the Sorel Brella is a custom version. I kind of forget what the sub and special are, but I don't think it was as good as the Splat Brella here. I remember it had the auto bomb, and I forget what the special was. But there's also the Undercover Umbrella, which I prefer as the best Brella out of the bunch. And the Undercover Umbrella, it is basically a shield, and you can open up the umbrella while also being able to shoot with it. It doesn't detach like the other umbrellas, but I like how it's kind of a shield and you can also shoot. And that shield, it can get destroyed very easily, unlike the Splat Brella where it takes a couple hits. The Undercover Brella takes fewer hits than the Splat Brella can. And but I feel like it's pretty good because you're able to shoot while also being shielded. While with the Splat Brella, you have when it's open, you can't shoot while it is. Same thing with the Tentabrella. But the Splat Brella, I think, comes with Splashdown, and I forget what the sub was, but overall I feel like it's the best out of the Brellas. And then Tentabrella, I feel like is also pretty good, mainly for ranked battles. I like how it's like a support weapon, and it takes a lot, and I mean a lot of hits to take out, so it's a really good shield to protect your teammates and also to protect yourself. And when you detach it, it leaves a larger trail than the Splat Brella does, and is a lot slower than the Splat Brella. And with that, it actually comes to an advantage where you can use your bubble blower, which is your special, and behind it, and your bubbles will explode from the ink that produces from the Tentabrella shield, which is really good. It also comes with squid beacons, which is also good for support, and it's overall a pretty good support weapon, and I like using it in Clan Blitz. It also is a one-hit kill if you hit it at the right distance and angle. Anyway, as you guys can guess, the number 1 spot are the Splat Dualies with 70.8% of the votes. And I kind of agree with this. I see a lot of people using Dualies more, I guess because there are more Dualies than there are Brella so far. But like I said, you have the Splat Dualies and you have the Empire Dualies. Both of them pretty good. They have moderate range, moderate fire speed, and they're overall just a decent weapon. And your standard Dualies is basically like the standard splatter shot. So overall, it's a good weapon. And then you have the Dualies, which have a shorter fire rate but do more damage. and also I think mobility is a little bit higher. So I think they have the highest dodge rate. Whereas with the Splat Dualies, the cool thing about them is that you can actually dodge roll 2 times, unless the Dark Tetra Dualies, which I forgot to mention in the introduction. But yeah, the Dark Tetra Dualies you can actually dodge 4 times, which is also really cool. And with that dodge roll, you're able to dodge attacks, and it comes pretty helpful, and can definitely juke your opponent, I guess. But yeah, having 2 guns is also pretty good because you're able to cover more turf and overall have a better shot at hitting your enemy. So yeah, Dapple Dualies, they're pretty good. I actually use them a lot in ranked battles, specifically tower control because of the suction bomb launcher. It also has the squid beacons, which is good for support. And overall, I feel like they're pretty good because they can kill very fast. I think it's 2 hits for a kill, so that's pretty good, especially for a fast fire rate weapon. So they're basically like the Sploosh-O-Matic, but 2 guns. You also have the Dapple Dualies Nueva, which I don't really like as much, and I think that has the Ink Storm, and I forget what the sub is. I think Autobomb maybe, or maybe Splat Bomb. Forget which one it is, but I don't really like them as much as the regular Dapple Dualies, as you can tell, because I can't even tell the sub and special. You also have the Dualie Sculptures, which I actually really do enjoy. My Jet Sculptor I absolutely love. Probably the most turf that I can ink is from the Jet Sculpture. I use it the most, and Dualie Sculptures is pretty good. I don't use it as much as the Jet Sculpture or as much as some other weapons, but I do really enjoy it. Has really good range, and it also has decent damage. I don't know if it's more than the Jet Sculpture, but it definitely is the most range out of the Dualie weapons. You also have the... Actually, I take that back. I think maybe Dark Tetra has more range, but I don't know for sure. But Dark Tetra Dualies are also good because, like I said, 4 dodge rolls, which is a cool thing about the Dark Tetra Dualies and the new thing. I think its fire rate is decent, and I think the damage is the lowest out of its 3 stats. But yeah, and then you also have the Google Dualies, which is the slowest fire rating weapon, and it's basically having 2.52 gals in your hands, where they do a lot of damage, but has slow fire rate, and the range is decent. I think that's it for the Dualies. So yeah, you guys voted, and Splat Dualies apparently are a lot better than Splat Brella by a good margin. Anyway, though, this week's question is, what do you think is the best champion's ability in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? So, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, once you beat a champion in the what are those things called? Divine Beast, you get a champion power. So the champion powers go from Mithra's Grace, which is basically a really good revive. You have Rivali's Gale, which basically shoots gusts of wind to push you up to get a lot of air to kind of float around and get to higher places, so you don't waste as much stamina. Maybe if you want to climb up a wall or something like that. And then you have Daruk's Protection, which basically allows a shield to go around you and protect yourself against 3 hits. And the same thing with Rivali's Gale. You can use it up to 3 times and then it recharges. And then for Mithra's Grace, though, it's only 1-time use, of course, because it's only 1 revive. But it's a really good revive, though. And then you have Urbosa's Fury, which is also a 3-time use, and it's when you use a spin attack, lightning bolts shoot around and do extra damage to your enemies. So those are your 4 options. Out of those, what do you think is the best champion ability? So let me know in the top right corner. Click the little eye icon and vote on what you think is the best champion ability, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you guys all for watching. Make sure to vote, and stay tuned for more Viewer's Choice right here on Town Deck. Bye.